Have you ever heard the horror stories of the 40-year-old neckbeards living in their parents' basement, anime figures line the walls, and you ask yourself, how did this happen? Where did it all go wrong? This is probably where it starts. Look, I love these things, but if I had to choose between a wall of plastic or getting laid, I'd probably still pick the Amiibo. No, what am I saying? I can't end up sad and alone. Look at me. I need all the help I can get. So let's give these things a proper send-off by taking a look back at all the memories we've shared. It all began on June 10th, 2014. Nintendo's E3 presentation starts off with Satoru Iwata and Reggie Fils-Aimé duking it out, anime style. Punches and kicks are being thrown at lightning speed before the two finally decide to settle it in Smash. After having his ass handed to him, Iwata reaches into his suit and pulls out his secret weapon, a figure of Mario. He taps it to the gamepad and Mario begins fighting in-game, turning the tides and blowing Reggie away. Later in the presentation, this figure was revealed to be named Amiibo, Nintendo's newest venture into the toys-to-life genre. There'd be 12 figures released in the first wave: Mario, Peach, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Link, Kirby, Pikachu, Fox, Samus, Villager, Marth, and Wii Fit Trainer, and were set to release alongside Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and would be compatible with most Nintendo games from then on. Using them in Smash would allow you to train up your Amiibo to fight like you, but their compatibility in other games wouldn't be as in-depth. Most of the time they would just be used to unlock skins or items. Still, it was a neat bonus for purchasing the figures. It gave them a purpose other than rotting on the shelf collecting dust. Nintendo had something big here. Smash was already an immensely popular game with loads of iconic characters from multiple franchises, and the fact that they would also be compatible with most Nintendo games meant there was truly something for everyone with these figures. Fast forward to November 2014. Smash for Wii U releases along with Amiibo, and they're already sold out. Sure, you could walk into any store and see a million Mario Amiibo, but some figures like Villager, Marth, and Wii Fit Trainer didn't even make it to store shelves before selling out. Now, I understand they didn't want to overproduce the less popular characters, but when stores are only receiving one or two of each figure, that's a problem. But those of us in the US weren't too worried. Surely Nintendo would see the demand for these figures and ramp up production. Surely. Wave 2 released in December 2014 with Luigi, Diddy Kong, Zelda, Captain Falcon, Pit, and Little Mac. And oh boy, did Nintendo not learn from their mistakes. Captain Falcon, Pit, and Little Mac were the ultra-rare figures from this wave. And at this point, collectors began to realize just how tough it was going to be to collect them all. Now this is when I started to get into the Amiibo craze myself. For Christmas, I got Kirby, Pikachu, and Yoshi. Now at this point, I told myself that I would only get characters I liked, which was true. Until about 8 minutes later when I opened up Samus. Now, I don't hate her or anything, but man was I a fraud for getting this. I don't even think I had played a Metroid game at this point. If I did, it couldn't have been for more than 10 minutes. The only reason I got her was because it was rare and I had to have it. And this is where it all went downhill for me. I bought Mario, Peach, and Link one day at the mall. I got DK, Diddy Kong, Zelda, and Luigi for my birthday the next week. I had fully fallen into the Amiibo trap. Wave 3 released in February 2015 with Sonic, Ike, Mega Man, King Dedede, Toon Link, Sheik, Bowser, Meta Knight, Lucario, Shulk, and Rosalina. And this wave was a disaster. Companies began to feed into the desire for Amiibo, with most major retailers getting figures exclusive to their store. Rosalina was exclusive to Target, Shulk to GameStop, Meta Knight to Best Buy, and Lucario to Toys R Us. But the fans knew what to expect. Many would refresh websites all day long for pre-orders or camp out hours before the store opened, just for a chance at getting these Amiibo. The only figures you could count on being in stock were Toon Link, Sheik, and Bowser. The rest were up to chance. Amiibo were a massive success at this point, and they knew they could milk their fans for even more. Thus enters the Super Mario line of Amiibo figures. Releasing in March 2015 along with Mario Party 10 were Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Peach, Bowser, and Toad. Luckily all of these were relatively easy to find, with the slight exception of Toad. However, there was one more Amiibo that released that month. The cream of the crop, the ultimate figure, Gold Mario. Exclusive to Walmart, this was a notoriously hard Amiibo to find. Due to Walmart's poor communication on stock and release date, this was basically an online pre-order exclusive, and even then you had to hope your pre-order didn't get cancelled. If you had one of these, you were truly someone special. This was the first non-Smash Amiibo line, and it really opened up the infinite possibilities of what could become an Amiibo. Would we see something like a Pokemon or Zelda line in the future? Only time would tell. May 2015 rolled around with Wario, Pac-Man, Charizard, Ness, Robin, Lucina, Jigglypuff, and Greninja. Splatoon also released their first Amiibo in the form of a 3-pack that included an Inkling Boy, Girl, and Squid. A new Mario figure, Silver Mario, also released this month. From the Smash line, it was business as usual. Wario, Pac-Man, and Charizard were easy to obtain. Ness was a GameStop exclusive, Greninja was Toys R Us, and Jigglypuff was Target. I actually vividly remember sitting at lunch in high school when the Jigglypuff pre-order alone crashed the Target website. Let me reiterate. This plastic pink sphere crashed a multi-billion-dollar company's website. If that doesn't put into perspective how popular these things were, I don't know what will. The summer of 2015 was fairly calm for Amiibo. Only Dark Pit and Palutena were released. Dark Pit was exclusive to Best Buy and Palutena was exclusive to Amazon. Neither were too difficult to obtain, at least for me, but this marked a turning point in Amiibo's history. Things were about to change. September 2015 rolled around with the most variety in Amiibo we had seen yet. The Smash line released with Zero Suit Samus, Olimar, Ganondorf, Bowser Jr., Dr. Mario, and a GameStop exclusive 3-pack containing Rob, Mr. Game & Watch, and Duck Hunt. Skylanders and Amiibo had a crossover, resulting in Bowser and Donkey Kong figures. 8-bit Marios were released to commemorate Mario's 30th anniversary, and Animal Crossing had their first set of Amiibo cards released. These were a collection of 100 villagers, and each pack came with 6 random cards. Aside from the Retro 3-pack, nothing was hard to find. The stock issues of the past were gone. Even a lot of the rare Amiibo from earlier waves were beginning to get restocks. You could walk into any store and pick up a Marth or Little Mac Amiibo. It was crazy to see some of these figures on shelves for the first time in months. Prior to now, the only way to get rare Amiibo was to be extremely lucky or pay scalpers $40 or more on eBay. And what fool would pay $40 for a single figure? But that stress was gone now. If you wanted an Amiibo, there was a good chance you could get it. In late 2015, it was becoming clear that Amiibo were declining in popularity, and Nintendo saw this too. They began pumping out Amiibo for any game that released, like Chibi Robo and Yarn Yoshi. I mean, these are cute and all, but did this one Wii U game really deserve 3 different Amiibo plus a $40 variant? Animal Crossing also got their first set of Amiibo figures, but these really missed the mark. Animal Crossing was such a niche franchise that they didn't really warrant their own fully priced figures. It was still a popular series, but a lot of these characters just aren't as recognizable as the other Amiibo. Like, look at this. Who is this? The Smash line also released its final characters from the base game roster in Falco and the Mii Fighters, as well as Mewtwo, the first DLC character for the game. This was a bittersweet moment for all the Smash collectors out there. This was the series that kickstarted the Amiibo craze. Sure, we had the DLC characters to look forward to, but our journey was coming to an end, and it was clear that a lot of the magic from the earlier days of Amiibo were fading too. This is around the time when I started to lose interest in Amiibo. I was really only collecting the Smash line, and I figured once I finished that off, I'd call it quits. They were still released regularly throughout the year, and a lot of the issues from the earlier days had disappeared. I just didn't keep up with them like I used to. So, I've condensed every other release into a segment I like to call the Amiibo Lightning Round. And that leads us to today. But what does the future for Amiibo hold? Well, we can definitely expect the rest of the Smash Ultimate characters to be released as Amiibo, but after that, we probably won't get many more figures. Nintendo has already started pumping the brakes on them in the past 2 years, basically exclusively releasing the Smash series and a few random figures here and there to promote new games. Target and Walmart barely sell them. Toys R Us, one of the best places to get Amiibo, doesn't even exist anymore. The only places you can really buy Amiibo in the States are Best Buy and GameStop. It's sad to see Amiibo on the decline, but I think their time has come. Looking back, I'm glad they had so many issues in the past. Sure, it was annoying at the time, but they made for some fantastic memories. We were all struggling together, and it was the thrill of the hunt that made Amiibo collecting so fun. You know, now I don't feel so bad about collecting these. At the end of the day, life is about doing what makes you happy. And these make me happy. What the? What the?